very hard,
Yeah.
and so as we kind of wrap up, I want to kind of end on this note. And if either of you guys can start this, but I want you guys to fill in this statement. And the statement is, every leader needs this. So based on what what you've experienced, the things that you've been learning through Project Optimism, every leader needs this.
I instantly said God, and then the
Hey,
respect
that's funny.
others.
I said faith, but go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, yeah, no, but faith. And what I was thinking is the universe, just something that's what we're trying to tackle with this leadership. You might not see the harvest, right? So therefore, you have to have faith that what you're doing is enough. So that's the reason why we probably went with the synergy on that. But like, have a higher power, so when things get rough, you have somebody to give it to. You have some type of spiritual connection to give it to, because that is a burden that nobody should hold by themselves, But we're big on mentorship, so therefore, us as mentors have to have mentors. It has to be that three chains, and we're big on that. As in, you should have mentees that you're pointing to. You should have peer mentors, like all three of us on here. I almost said four because I counted Ish twice. all three of us on here, and then you have to have people that's stronger than you, faster than you, smarter than you, more well off than you. All those things. So that would be my thoughts.
Yeah, I would say faith for sure. Just to kind of add on what you said is, it's draining too. It's fun work. It's fun work for sure, but when you're not seeing the results instantly, you have to have faith. Like, okay, God's going to take care of that student who just went through our program that never showed up on the camera, but they would respond. Like, I hope I reached them. I hope they really heard. And for us to kind of go back to our daily lives after that workshop, or, to the next program,
right?
I'm very confident that Armoni also constantly thinks about those kids.
Absolutely.
And thinks about the noise we heard in the background, or the noise we didn't hear. Like, is that child at home by themselves? You know what I mean? So having that on our burden, it could be very draining mentally, just as humans, thinking about all the kids that we serve and the lifestyles and the things they get exposed to. So having God, it's like, okay, God, you put me in a situation to lead this program, and you put this child in this program. So use me in the way I'm supposed to be used, and I'll leave the rest up to you. And that kind of takes a little bit off the strain. I wasn't actually going to say mentor as well, but if I don't say mentor, I would actually say they need to take some losses. They need to take losses.
I don't call them losses, bro. What we call them? Lessons, baby.
Call them lessons. No doubt. But
I hear you though.
Yes, but what I would say is, to that point, is I've learned the most about the L's that I've taken, about myself, and about just working with people, about organization. Because every time I take an L in whatever situation, because I have such a passion for this work and what I'm trying to do in the world, I'm going to figure out an alternative way to make it happen. And that like he's saying, that loss became a lesson. So I learned from it. I said, okay, now I at least know I can't do that, right? And there's a quote by like Einstein or someone, and it said, like, I didn't fail a million times or 1,000 times. I just found 1,000 times of how not to do it, right? So I'm still learning at the end of the day. So I think for any leaders watching this is, embrace those difficult times that you're going to experience, because that's going to prepare you and put you in a situation where you're in a more challenging situation. You're going to know how to navigate a little bit easier.
Yeah.